Philippines, halos 30 taon siyang nanungkulan sa Senado. Dati rin siyang naging Senate President. Siya si dating Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile. Narito ang kanyang saloobin. Sa ilang issue tulad ng pagpapalibing kay dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos sa libingan ng mga bayani, ang sigalot sa South China Sea, ang federalismo at ang kanyang reaksyon sa estilo ng pamumuno ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Let's talk about Marcos and the president allowing him to be buried at the libingan ng mga bayani.
I cannot understand. That's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. He's a Filipino. He's one of the rarely privileged Filipino to become president. Whether he received a medal or not, he's a president. He's entitled to be buried there. Are all the people buried in the libingan ng mga bayani or heroes? The law decided that these are the people entitled to be buried in this piece of property which the Filipinos call libingan ng mga bayani.
And you say that, Senator, in spite of your fallout with the Marcoses way back.
That is non-issue as far as I'm concerned. The reason for 1986 is unrelated to the issue of the burial of President Marcos.
What are your thoughts? We won the case before the arbitral tribunal. What should the Philippines do now?
What do you have? Laway.
So we have nothing?
We have not learned our lessons. We should have prepared ourselves to protect our interests. The positions have been hardened already. I do not know what kind of an accommodation there will be. Diplomatic accommodation. You have a claim. If you are going to negotiate and you believe that you have a claim, and the claim is settled by an international court, then what is the meaning of negotiating? That means you are willing to waive some of your rights under that decision of the international court. Is that the meaning of our negotiating posture?
I wanted to ask you about federalism, the shift to a federal form of government. Are you in favor of that?
I'm in favor of federalizing the government. It's time
Pilipinas.
we shift to parliamentary system. The one who will be the manager of the government is below the president, is the prime minister. He can be replaced anytime. You do not have to wait for 6 years to suffer him if he's stupid.
Con us or con, sir?
Well, how can you reform a country when you are going to give it to the people that you are going to reform in the first place? How can you reform this country with constitutional assembly? So leave it to the sovereign people to appoint or to elect their delegates to recast their constitution, for after all, this is an act of the sovereign people of the republic. And don't talk about cost.
Yes, because the president and his men are concerned about the cost.
When you can spend billions and billions for conditional cash transfer, you can spend a few billions for the people to exercise their sovereign right to change their own constitution.
What are your thoughts on the Duterte administration?
Once in a while we get a good president, just perhaps like one that we have now. And Marcos, if I may say so, and others, and then the others. But as I said in this speech that I delivered some time ago about this, it's like winning a lotto. Once in a while you get a good president, sometimes you get a lot of so-so presidents. Oh.
So, the Philippines won the lotto when Duterte won?
Well, I think so.